Hi everyone, today we are going to deal with a new topic that is called Turing machine. Till now we have seen two different machines, that is deterministic autometers or non-deterministic autometers and also push down autometer. Next we are seeing the most powerful machine till now, that is called Turing machine. It is a simulator to a computer. The logic of the computer, today's modern computer, is developed from the Turing machine. Turing machine was developed by Alan Turing. Okay, Alan Turing developed Turing machine and it is the resemblance to the modern computer. What is the difference from the Turing machine to the PDA and also deterministic autometers? The difference is that in Turing machine we have infinite memory is available in Turing machine. That is, you can use how much amount of data you available to you can be saved in the memory. That is, memory is available in the Turing machine. That is the most important criteria when coming to the Turing machine. Okay, so everything, that is a thesis that is called Church-Turing thesis. Church-Turing thesis says that everything that a modern computer can do, that is done by the Turing machine. That is, everything that a computer can do, every computational task that a computer can do is done by a Turing machine. If we think that Turing machine can't do, then computer also can't do. Okay, that is the concept about the Turing machine. First we will see that is, I will always say that everything that is DFA do, that is PDA do, that can be also be done by a Turing machine, plus some more tasks that can be done by a Turing machine. Okay, first we see an example that is done by a PDA, then we will move to the examples which PDA can't do but Turing can do. Okay, so first example we are dealing with as the first example which we have studied for the PDA, that is called to e raised to n b raised to n. How the Turing machine, we can design have the Turing machine for this language, that is a raised to n b raised to n. First of all, I will say a Turing machine has infinite tape. That is, infinite memory and infinite tape is available for what? Turing machine. So in Turing machine there is no separate memory like in PDA. PDA we have stack, isn't it? But in Turing machine we have no separate memory. Tape itself is a memory where we are inserting, where is the tape. Likewise, in our computer, secondary memory is the input and also it can be what? Stored. So it is an input as well as output for storing, not output printing, output for storing. So in same like that, it's Turing machine's input tape is also a memory. There itself it can be stored. It can be stored in another format also or in the same format also. That will be explained, that will be understood by you when I am explaining. So its infinite tape is available. So to make it finite, because we must have some delimiter, some boundary must be needed for us to look for the expression, isn't it? For example, if you are taking an array is an infinite memory. We taking only, when we are considering for a array, we are taking only 5 elements, 10 elements like that. But in memory we have so many memory spaces, but we are constraining or we are restricting our search to a limited location, or we are using only a limited memory space from the what? Computer. So like that, Turing machine also I am limiting here, and the Turing machine limiter is called blank. Blank can be represented as null, 5, etc., but I am representing it as capital letter B. Whatever delimiters you can use, dollar can be used, that's not problem, but I am using, that is a very simple, that is blank means B. So memorization will be also easy for you. Next, a raised to n, b raised to n, I am taking 2 a's and 2 b's. Okay, for the consideration. Look at here, what is the Turing machine? Turing machine can move to this word and also to this word. Also Turing machine can make this as x, that is a can be set as what? X. Okay, so I am telling to you what is the logic behind how the Turing machine work. You have already studied about PDAs and deterministic finite automata, how it works. Now I am saying how the Turing machine will work. Look at here. Turing machine, to match a raised to n, b raised to n, it uses the logic like this. For example, after blank, when I am seeing first A, I must report that I am seeing first A, isn't it? A raised to n, b raised to n means for every A, B must be what matched, that is equal A's, that A must be equal to what B, that is A is repeated n times, then B must be repeated what n times. Okay, so that is, look at here, when I see first A, I must say that I must say to or I must save the state that I have seen first A, then only I can match with what 1B. So to say it, I am writing here, I will make A as what X. Okay, so where to verify or to clarify or to report A is seen, I make it as what X. Then I will move towards what right. Okay, right I will move. After that, when I see blank, okay, when I see blank, and after blank, when I see B, I will say that what this B can be made as what Y. Okay, that is the first logic you can use. That is, if X is, when I see first A, then I made it as X, and when I see and I move up to here, and when I see blank, I move backward and I make it as what Y. That is the first logic you have to use. So how will you design the Turing machine? Look at here. In the first state, I will say what I see X, I see A, and I will make it as X, and I will move towards what right. Okay, this is the logic. When I see in the input tape A, I will make it as what X. X means what I have seen X. To when I see X, I will make it as what X. Okay, so I am writing here this to see logic only I have written in the bottom. So I have already said that every time when a Turing machine sees something, it can also what store also, no separate memory. So when I see A, I make it as X and I move forward. Okay, when I move forward, I can see A's and also I can see what B's. So that is must be what bypass. So when I see A, I make it as A and what move forward. When I see B, I make it as B and move what forward. Okay, when I have to stop, when I see blank, I make it as blank and move what backward, since I have to move backward and to make the B as what X. Okay, so I make it as blank and move backward means move to the left, so left arrow. You can write here also in some textbooks there is also R and L are also using, but when you make the direction it will be very easy. When you move to here, forward arrow, when you move to backward arrow, or you can write the letter R and L, but I think this will be very easy. Move backward, I will make it as what, when I see blank I move backward. Next, what I have to do, after blank, when B comes, B must be coming, so when after blank B comes, I will make it as Y and what I must move backward, since I have to take this X and here this Y is also what matched. Okay, then what I have to look, I have one A and one B are matched. Next I have to look for the next A, isn't it? So for that I have to move backward and look for the A which is after X. That is very important. I have to look for the A after X. I have to look. So how much or till where we have to repeat? We have to repeat up to X, isn't it? So after B, when A comes or B comes, we have to bypass, isn't it? So A comes A, then we have to move backward, and if B comes also, we have to move backward. When I have to stop, when X comes, Okay, x comes and I make it as x and what, move forward. Then what I have to do, move forward, and when I see a, that is made as what, x. After x, when I see x, then next succeeding a must be made as what, x. So this is same like this, so I can move towards what, here. Okay, so that's I am writing up to here, otherwise there will be some confusion to you. So when I see x, I make it as x and what, move forward. Okay, so we can look here, that is, once again I have made a as x and I bypassed a and I bypassed b. When I reach here blank, I have reached, I move backward, and after that I have made b as what, y, and after that I have bypassed a and also I bypassed b, and also when I reach here I see x, that is the marker, because up to here we have been what, matched. So next a is to be matched. So when I see next a after x, if I see a, I make it as x and move forward. Okay, I move forward, and if I see A's, I bypass. If I see B's, I bypass. But look at here also, Y is also there, isn't it? So Y must also be bypassed. If I see Y, I must what, bypass. Okay, that is here. So if I see Y, I must what, bypass it. So I am writing here. When I see Y, I must bypass and move forward. Okay. Next one, look at here, blank C, I move backward, and backward when I see first matched Y will be there, then only you get the current B. So that Y's must be what, bypass. So when I see Y, I must move backward. That is, here bypassing is to backward, so I write what, backward. After Y, when you see the first B, that is matched with the A, and so I see B, I make it as what, Y. So here I make it as Y, and this matched X is make it as what, X. Okay, so then if you see A or B, you can be bypassed. Here only 2 A's and 2 B's are taken, so this condition will not occur. Then I have to repeat what, okay, I have to repeat, X comes, I have to move what, forward. So here X comes, I move forward, then no A's is there. Okay, so look at here, sometimes what comes after B matching, there comes what, X also comes, but here look at here, when X comes we have to move forward. Also in between there will be only A's and B's will be there in between Y and X, and if X comes you have to move forward and look forward, other A's are left or no. If not left, you must be what, accepting. So what is the accepting condition? We are reaching up to here, no, if correctly matched, reached up to here. So what will be the accepting condition? Accepting condition is that when I see Y, I make it as Y and move forward, and whatever Y's is there, I make it as Y and move forward. And if I see blank, I make it as blank. You can move forward or backward. It is correct paradigm is to move backward, since move forward moves to infinity, so you must move backward. Once again I will say, if correctly matched, your pointer will be like here, up to here, there will be no A's left, so there will be only Y's after X. So if Y after X, correct Y after X, so Y's must be bypassed and you must reach here. There will be no B's in between here if it is correctly matched. If there is B, the expression is not correct, so it will be stuck somewhere here. Every time I say after deterministic finite automata, there is no determinism machines. All the machines after that we are saying it is PDA or Turing, it is only looking for the accepting condition. Non-accepting condition will be stuck somewhere here. So YC, it will be bypassed, and when you see blank, so blank means correct X we have seen up to here, and after that there is no B's in between, correct Y's we are being matched, and blank comes, we can move backward, so that is being accepted. Okay, this is the Turing machine for the a raised to n, b raised to n. A raised to n, b raised to n is already as language can be done by a PDA, but to get an idea, this is a very simple grammar. So to get an idea only, I have drawn the Turing machine. Every time Turing machine, when you see an expression or see a variable, you make it as another variable, because in Turing machine, what is the input tape, that itself serves as the memory. So you must make it some variable or some int markers or some markers. So here I am using x and y. You can use z, w, anything you can use, and you must bypass whatever to be bypassed. You can bypass. You must move. Also, you must say to the Turing machine whether to move right or left. According to your instruction, the Turing machine will move. Okay, thank you.